Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Can, and if I can, you can too. In this video, we're going to be going over comment moderation using TubeBuddy. If you don't know what TubeBuddy is, you can install it using the link in the ticker tape here, tubebuddy.com/can with a K, and use the promo code AndrewsBuddy to get an extra 25% off. In full disclosure, that is an affiliate link, so using that will help me out, but hopefully this value I'm giving you can make you decide if you'll get TubeBuddy or not. Overall, we're going to be focusing a lot on comments today. So I'm really excited, really can't wait to get into this. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my computer screen so we can just go ahead and jump into it. So immediately what you should notice when we look at the desktop here is the TubeBuddy drop down menu up here. So from here, there's two ways to do this. You can go already and make sure that you have installed TubeBuddy. Once you do, you'll see it here, but we're going to be going to tubebuddy.com/account, and from there we will get to this page. You will see, so you'll see the home page of the TubeBuddy dashboard. You can then add your channel by just clicking the green add channel button here, but then once you've done that, once you have the channel you want access, you can click canned responses. Now this is canned with a C, not canned with a K. We have people in the live chat. I see G-Star, I see Red Rocket Resells, I see Dimmy, I see Punko Noob, apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Your canned response is the same as mine, Kate said. So I wanted to go ahead and have one filled in here. So I get asked all the time, how did you get verified? So I have it already put. So if you want to add a canned response, all you have to do is click the green plus button. Now this is a free feature in TubeBuddy, however it's limited for free users. So I always called this whatever is the most relevant. So for the other canned response, I called it how did you get verified? For this one, I'm going to call it thanks for watching, because I have a lot of people that will watch videos and I want to be able to thank them, but I don't want to take the time to go ahead and type in all the information. So I can go, hey, and then, you know, if I want to be grammatically correct, I can be hey, or I can be excited, I can be boring, I can do whatever I want, but the idea is all the same. So I will put this for the placeholder, which will placehold for their name. Thank you so much for watching. Once I have that ready, I can hit save, and then it has thanks for watching. So this saves me so much time. And if you're unaware, on YouTube, replying to comments is one of the best ways to get engagement, to keep people watching. And if you can include their username, show that you took that little extra time, it's more personable. Think about it this way. When someone is talking to you, if they go, hey you, or if they go, hey, and then they put your name in, which is more powerful? Most of the time it's your name. So let's do it with the live chat. If I go, hey Shadow, hey Kate, hey Aaron, hey Red Rocket Resells, hey G-Star, you're more immediately interested because I directly represented you, not just you as a collective or you as a generalization, but as an individual. So let me know, is this something that you're aware of, or is this the first time you're hearing it? Also, let me know either in the replay or in the live chat now, are you using canned responses? I'm really curious. Kate's Adventure says, I didn't know the end shortcut, and goes, awesome, it is an amazing feature. Let's go right back into showing my screen. So here we are again. So from here, I'm actually going to use the TubeBuddy drop-down menu, and I'm going to be focusing on comments. Dimmy says that's true, you're making a connection with the person. Absolutely. So here is a good channel I highly recommend, True Financials. And they said, great topic, Andrew. It's great to see updating happen in real time. I've been updating old thumbnails. Now, I haven't replied to this. But here, if you look here, once you have TubeBuddy installed, you will have this. Immediately, there's the canned response. So I say, hey, True Financials, thanks so much for watching. I am glad you found this video helpful. And notice how I use this as the starting point. I use that because I still want to personalize this message. I have the generic thing there, so I can really focus on the bulk of what I want my comment to be. I don't have to sit there and go, hey, True Financials, blah, blah, blah. I can go right into the meat of the conversation. I don't have to waste time, and it's in real time. And that simple, direct connection means so much at the end of the day. So let's continue writing this comment. True Financials, I know you'll probably be watching the replay. Here's your little shout out. Please go check him out. Anyway, continuing forward, so I can go, hey True Financials, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you found this video helpful. I hope you like your shout out in today's live stream. Little winky face. That way he's a little caught up and he knows, whoa, there's a live stream today. He mentioned me. And it's just a nice little thing you can do. And that, again, didn't take a lot of time. It was very quick, but it adds a lot of value. And that's something you should be taken care of and be aware of. So, I already have 2 canned responses, but let's go a little deeper, right? Let's say someone asks questions. And so I want to show you another amazing feature with TubeBuddy. And then Kate's Adventure says it's really Destiny Child stuff going on. Say my name, say my name. Can't agree more. Aaron goes, I've never used canned responses, but I definitely need to. Absolutely. Great feature. So as we go through, another great thing TubeBuddy offers is comment moderation in real time. If you look right here, TubeBuddy can do amazing things. So right now, I want to show different ways that TubeBuddy can help you. So with TubeBuddy, or not, I guess it didn't want to stay open while I had my pen. Way to call me a liar, TubeBuddy. I'm just kidding. So we can see comments that I have not replied to, which in this case is only 1. Comments that have replies which I need to follow up on, which it's showing me just that. And then we can see comments with replies disabled. If you're not aware, YouTube did this interesting move where you can make a comment, but you're not allowed to reply to it. So I guess if you just want to be very stern in your convictions, but have no follow-up, I guess that's an option. Let me know if you were aware of this and what your thoughts are on this. And I see Ike is here. Did I pronounce it right? Who knows? I think I see that is probably something I will always have to deal with. However, continuing back, we can see comments that contain a question mark. And for me, this is really valuable because if people are asking questions, then it's something I can actually in real time make sure I'm replying to. So for example, maybe next time, are you going to CVX Live in September? And this just lets me get a little more engaged. Speaking of Ike, I think she knew I was here. Highlighting a comment, go ahead and check it out. G-Star was, I was aware of that, but I didn't know how to use it. Well, I also have a how-to video on the TubeBuddy channel. Click the card on screen now if you want to check that out on the replay. If you're live, please stay with me. I hope you were enjoying my company. I'm enjoying all of you who are watching. Continuing to go forward, I like this one, comments that contain links. So outside of my own comments, I can also see things like this where I can find discords or I can see where people are showing me other links. So this is really useful because if I've linked something in the past, then I can immediately see other links here. Ike says, I remember those disabled comments. It was from one person who always commented, but I couldn't respond. Yeah, it's again a weird feature. And then comments that contain the word. So let's say I want to see comments that contain the word TubeBuddy. Let's say I want to see on all these videos who's been talking about TubeBuddy. Immediately, TubeBuddy can bring this up for me, and I can see all of it in real time. Another way is, let's say I want to see more replies. The number of pages shown is a great way to show way more than what's available. So I usually go with 1. And Dimmy goes, it's a very nice feature. I have to start using it. It's an amazing feature. Kate goes, I feel this would be beneficial to channels that can't reply to all comments. It's helpful for me too. Exactly, Kate. It is helpful for any size channel, but especially larger channels. So let's go and show 50. And as you can see here, TubeBuddy is loading the pages in real time, which means that anytime I want to see all of these, it'll be coming up in real time, which saves so much time in the end. So this is just, again, lots of useful features here, folks, and a lot of people are unaware of them. So that's something I want to bring light of. As you can see, it's going to keep loading these pages. So I also want to show advanced options. And one thing I can probably do to make this a little easier for people to see, go ahead and zoom in right here. And I think that'll be able to help everyone see it just a little easier. Let me know if that's better in the chat. I know no one said it was hard, but just want to make sure I'm accommodating to everyone. So you may notice that this canceled, and it's because I changed the filter. So if you want to keep that, it's something to keep in mind. So this is something amazing. First things first, replies enabled. If I take the time to reply, I'm going to make sure that I actually can reply. That way I'm not thinking, oh man, I want to reply to this person, but they have replies disabled. And then I can also make sure it's not replies enabled by me, but someone else. And then I love this, comments I have not replied to. all of these comments that I need to go back and reply to. And look at this. There's a lot here, and I was unaware of this. So this is something I need to work on and get better at, because I may have read them, but I forgot to make sure I replied to them. So this is super beneficial, especially if you're someone who likes to pride themselves on replying to all comments. Now, personally, I like to say I reply to all comments, but as you can see in real time, I've forgotten to. A lot of times we'll think of something or we'll be reading something and we just don't get to it. But if you are an iPhone user, and hopefully someday, TubeBuddy, make an Android app. I've been championing for this for a long time, so excuse me, folks. With the TubeBuddy mobile app, you can actually use canned responses on the go, and that is amazing. Angela Chu says, thanks for the Zoom. I was about to say something. See, that's a little bit of foresight. Happy to go ahead and provide it here. So with the TubeBuddy mobile app, you can actually do canned responses from the little message tab. It's a little out of focus, so it's something I didn't plan on, but it's something to note. Hey there, lovely kid Japan. Thank you so much for stopping by. Just talking about some of the chat options with TubeBuddy. Kate saying Team Android. Let me know either in the chat or in the replay, Team Android or Team iPhone. Curious to see. Ike says, I stay with the light. Absolutely. Sorry, Aaron. I am an Android guy myself. I have my phone right here with a TubeBuddy love handle. With the amount of times I bring these silly things up in live streams, you'd think I'm sponsored. I am not. So just like to include it. Back to comments. We can see comments I have not replied to, but also comments that no one has replied to. So these are basically comments that have no discussions going on. And those can be really interesting. Continuing, replies that need following up on. This is actually really useful for people that sometimes, and G-Star, I hope you're here, I'm sorry I didn't reply to you. Thanks for helping out. Thank you for watching and being in the live stream. See? Real-time comment feedback. Now here's something interesting. With this can show you some of your most common questions, and a lot of people don't know about this feature, which it brings me real joy to show. And if you've never known about this feature, here it is. It is the word cloud, and what this does is this shows you the most used words in your videos. Now, obviously, some of these are not very useful, such as to, no, but some of them, like verified or subs or badge, those are more useful. And obviously, the more comments you get, the more this can be interesting. But a lot of people are not aware of this feature. And as you can see, more comments are going to be populated in. LOL being a positive and most common phrase is interesting. We have Preston McNair here with how did I get verified? Well, Preston, if you would like, there's a canned response right here for you. For some reason, this isn't zoomed in, but here we are. I agree, Preston. I want to know that too, Ike says. But yes, the word cloud is a very interesting way to show the most commonly used words on your video. So here, obviously, we have verified, which is why I took a time on that. But here's an idea. More videos. And here's what my idea is. If they liked this video, or I can't believe this video was so helpful, maybe we can do something where TubeBuddy can actually come into play again. So I'm going to go and show another tool really quick just to give you a taste. So we're going to open a new window here. Promo materials. And with this, TubeBuddy will always redirect to your most recent upload. So what I'm going to do, and I think this is a smart idea, is why don't we say most recent video? And this is only going to be good for obviously videos that are not your most recent video. However, let's say someone finds you from your older content and said, I love this video. I can't wait to sub and check out your channel. Then you can go, hey, personalize it to them. If you enjoyed this video, you might like my most recent upload. And then we can put that, save, And right in there, most recent upload, all we have to do, refresh, which will get rid of the word cloud. And then we can see, oh man, we have a spammer. So in real time, goodbye, Terry D. Remember, folks, people can try to get you down, but it's not if they get you down, it's how you react. You can kill them with kindness, or you can ban them. It's up to you. Personally, I'm sorry you don't like TubeBuddy, Terry D, if you're watching this. Thank you for the engagement. I hope you have a good day. Moving forward, let's show what I'm talking about. Transitioning back, let's go to comments that I have not replied to. Great information. I know you're going through a learning curve on the mic, which is true. At this point, Don, I was, and thank you for watching. So I can say, hey Don, if you enjoyed this video, this isn't really fitting, but I can thank him for watching. Hey Don Moody, thank you so much for watching. I did get better, and your support means a lot. Boom. There we are. And in just like that, comments are handled. So comments don't have to be as difficult as people make them, especially with tools like TubeBuddy. There are other ways you can do comment moderation. I've seen people write notepads, and anytime they're doing comments, they just copy and paste. Or you can just kind of already know what you want to say per person. For me, though, what works the best is TubeBuddy, because a lot of these comment moderation tools are free, and even if they do have some limitations by being free, they're still incredibly useful. And again, I enjoy being able to reply to people in almost real time, incredibly fast, with a more personalized message. So, remember, when it comes to YouTube comments, be personable. Reply to them using their name. Be honest and show them that you've read the comment. The worst thing you can do is just say thanks for watching, but not engage. YouTube comments are a chance for you as a user to keep conversation going, to keep people interested in your channel, and to grow an actual following and not just a subscriber count. However, that is going to be it for the how to use TubeBuddy comment moderation. If you're watching this in the live chat now or in the replay, let me know. What is one thing you learned that you didn't know already? I'm curious. Kate says that I'm just going to add Kate to everything. Well, Kate, I can't add Kate to everything, but I can add can with a K. So that's something I like to do. I'm also doing channel reviews, so if you're interested in a channel review, let me know in the chat. Now, if you're watching this in the replay, there is still value here because this could be something that you're doing on your channel and you might not be aware of. I'm also going to, like with promo materials, showcase some other cool features, so stick around. So, no one is necessarily asking for channel reviews right now, so one thing I want to keep on, and I will show you what I do just as a base. If I'm going to do channel reviews, I think it's important that I showcase a little bit of what I do personally and explain my reasoning. I think that's truly important because I think knowing what I do so you can see it is important to you. I see from Lovely Kid Japan, my YouTube friend gave me the same comment. Thanks for watching. See you next video. It annoys me so much. Kate's Adventure says, one thing I've learned is my canned response can include a name. See? Value right there. To go back to what I was saying, I'll show you a little bit of how I do channel reviews. The first thing I'm going to be looking for is, do you have a channel banner? Is it descriptive of what you do? And is it creative? If you want to see a banner like this, you can check out my great friend Become a Prime. He does amazing work, and I thank him for this graphic. So thanks, Aaron. I know you're in the chat moderating, and I do appreciate it. From here, you'll see, and this is something I think is really important. The channel trailer is being replaced with this, but make sure you have a channel trailer. A lot of channels just don't put in that time, and it is important. Then I want to see if you have uploads. I want to see if you're describing your uploads and if the thumbnails are good. Can I easily identify what you're doing? If not, then it's a little difficult. So with me, I don't always put the AK. That is exclusively for my Adventures series, which again, Kate's Adventures, thank you so much. I appreciate your name, and I hope you don't mind that little bit of inspiration I took. I also like the word adventures, so that explains. Ike says, hey Andrew, do you know a GFX artist? I'm trying to find someone to make a banner for me. Well, I mean, there is Aaron, but I understand that some people may not want to use Aaron. So there are other websites you can go to. There's places like Fiverr. There's just a lot of places you can go for good graphics, and that might be a video I do in the future. So since Lovely Kid Japan is in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and grab you for a channel review. So Lovely Kid Japan, let's go ahead and take a look at what you're doing. So here we are, and we are here at the channel. There are never enough adventurers in the world. The more the merrier, Kate says. I'm glad you said that, and not I'm suing you, but you don't own the trademarks to adventure, so I guess I'm fine. Woohoo, says Lovely Kid Japan. So first, off the bat, I want to say I like the idea of this channel banner. One thing you need to be very wary of is this clashes, and I can barely see the start of family vlog. So maybe putting a background would help this stand out, because I don't mind the floral pattern. It's a little pixelated because I'm zooming in a lot, so take that with a grain of salt. But that's something to keep in mind. Another thing is I appreciate seeing your family here. I really do. I think it adds a little bit of taste. I think it shows us who we're getting into. And you say family vlogs every day. It's nice to see the family, and that's something that a lot of people can do. Now, one thing I noticed is that you don't have your subscriber count public. Is that on? What is the reason for that? I'm just a little curious, and you can reply in real time. But I would always recommend showing the subscriber count, because a lot of people like to be able to track the growth of channels they like. Because if you think about it, being a YouTuber or watching a YouTuber, part of the journey is getting to grow with them. And by hiding the subscriber count, you can't necessarily see that. Also, if you're going for collaborations, let's say a big channel really loves the content you're creating. Well, you've hidden your subscriber count, and they can't necessarily gauge the metrics other than some views, which is a little confusing. So keep that in mind. Going back to your channel, it's very interesting, because I think you're doing a lot right. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this, apparently go through puberty, but continuing to move forward. I like that you have a channel trailer, and it's not necessarily a traditional channel trailer, but a video that she or they are clearly proud of, and I love that. I think that is amazing, because a lot of people are afraid to put nothing here, and so it's just a blank. That's a blank space, and there's nothing that's showing. Hello there, Song Scout. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are unaware, Song Scout has a fantastic YouTube channel. Go ahead and check him out. I'm doing channel reviews, so I like that there is something here, because if you notice, this is really good to show, because it has a decent amount of views, especially considering channel size. Buzzfinger Gaming says, I hit 19K today and didn't realize until loads of people messaged me. Congratulations. So viewers were watching that number more than I was. Exactly, Buzzfinger Gaming. And that goes back to my point. People like to feel like they're growing with the creator. Now, the first thing I want to say is, Lovely Kid Japan, is I like that you have all your playlists here, but as a viewer, I have no idea which one I'm supposed to watch first. Which ones do you want me to see first? Because this makes sense as a creator, but as a viewer, this is too much. I am unsure which one I should even start on. Whereas, if you create a playlist that says, start here, or Lonely Kid Japan, Lovely Kid Japan's, oh man, Lonely Kid Japan, I just completely changed your channel, sorry. Lovely Kid Japan says that start here for our family journey, or something of that nature, so I know what you want me to see, because as it is, this is a lot of content. I can easily get overwhelmed. I'm like, oh man, there's 5 videos, 19 videos, 26 videos, 29 videos, 34 videos. I mean, that's a lot of videos. So I do like your Japan trips though, because this tells me, okay, her name is Lovely Kid Japan, and it at least draws back to what you're talking about. But again, this one is a little too much as well. It's overwhelming. Based on what you have, International Party in Japan, well, this is a little more focused. I'm like, well, I like parties, and I like to at least see some things that are here. So this gives me an opportunity to know, okay, this is what you want. So this is what I'd recommend. There is an automatic playlist that YouTube has, which is your recent uploads. Instead of having your recent uploads, why don't you create a playlist? G-Star, thank you for stopping by. He says he has to go. Appreciate you for coming by. So one thing to keep in mind is you can create a playlist. And I took this from Brian G. Johnson, a fantastic creator. Is you can create a playlist that you call I keep saying lonely kid. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a lonely kid at heart. That's why. I know why. I'm sorry. Anyway, Lovely Kid Japan recent uploads, because then if people type in your name here, there's a playlist with your recent uploads, and then you can curate what you want here. So then you can put a description compared to a lot of just, if you notice that the ones that YouTube creates, you don't get these descriptions here. So you can write a description to let new viewers know why should they watch this. And this goes to a lot of channels. So just keep that in mind. Lovely Kid goes lonely. Oh my god. Have to have a little bit of humor. Overall, I like on a surface level, at least, you know, kind of just trying to give you that. Another thing is, I like when you and your family are in the thumbnails, because when it comes to things like this, what separates this compared to any other generic YouTube video? I have no idea whose video this is, but let's say I'm a fan of yours and I can't see what is here. I have no idea what to look for. I have no idea whose video this is, and if I'm a Lovely Kid Japan fan, well then I skipped this video only because I couldn't really see who was in it. For example, when I see people in the family in the thumbnail, I immediately recognize who it is, and I'm going, oh yeah, I love Lovely Kid Japan. Legend of Trey 402 says, I'm new here and you make good videos. One question I have is how to make good thumbnails by using TubeBuddy. Legend of Trey, I have a video on the TubeBuddy channel going over the thumbnail generator. Aaron, if you could do me a favor and link that in the chat, that'd be fantastic. A card will be on screen if you're watching this on the replay. So with that, I think that is some good things to keep in mind. I also want to see what you have for your about. I welcome, actually this is a really decent description. It tells me a lot. Welcome to Lovely Kid Japan. We're a bilingual family who live in Japan. Mama is from Slovakia and daddy is Japanese. Our elder son is 16 years old. This gives me a lot of good information. Now, one thing to be careful at is this right here, because YouTube in the past, first, it's against currently to have basically tags and descriptions. So YouTube is very, very weird when it comes to tags in anything. So I'd be careful to make sure you're not breaking terms of service. And Lovely Kid Japan says, okay, I'll fix it for sure. Yep, I'm hiding behind that video. I didn't have makeup on. Well, anytime you're making a video, and I think you're a daily vlogger from my understanding here, because you say family vlogs every day, always be aware that you're going to be on camera. And I will always say this. I am not the nicest looking frog in the bunch. In fact, recently I was told I have a frog face, which is why I say the nicest looking frog in the bunch. It doesn't matter. I think that charisma and just enjoying what you do honestly speaks louder than looks, because I think some of the best creators aren't always the best looking, and it doesn't matter, because vanity and beauty at the end of the day is going to share. It's going to fade. But a piece of content that you're proud of is timeless. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to be asking for other channels to review, and if I don't get any, I have a good idea of a channel I want to look at. So if anyone else is looking for a channel review, let me know. But overall, if I was to give this a channel grade, took this from Nick Nimmin, if you are wondering, I would give your channel a C+. It's got a lot of good, but a lot of things that can be better. Agreed. Genuine enthusiasm is the most appealing thing, says a song scout. Kate's Adventure says, surely if you have a frog face, you're a good looking frog though, right? If you had a bad frog face, they might went for a gecko instead. Interesting point there, Kate. And Lovely Kid Japan says, yes, oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Andrew. So C+ is the grade. Let me know, what would you give this grade in the chat? I'm curious because I think that brings some actual real-time feedback. So people also feel free to let the person know what you think, because feedback is always going to be useful. Since I'm not getting any immediate, I'm going to go ahead and look at a song scout. Let's go ahead. So this is a little bit of a larger channel. The channel I thought, oh, I know why. I'm not on my gaming channel. So one thing I'm a bad person for doing is I forget to subscribe on all my channels. So going ahead and subscribing to make sure I'm checked up here. So a song scout. Immediately recognizable banner. I love how I'm told what to expect. Advanced piano covers, sheet music theory, and other musical adventures. I love the use of sheet music. And just a personal question, since you're in the chat, is this actually music you've written yourself, or what is the music here? Because already you've intrigued me. Because now, immediately, I want to know, oh wow, what song is this, or what piece of music? Great, immediate, captivating. Also, I just like the piano. I think it's very well put together. One thing I noticed immediately though is this. So this is actually a very simple fix if you're wondering how to do this. So this is an issue with YouTube, and it's not a personal issue, but it's something that can be fixed. So I'll go ahead and hit my channel to show you what I'm talking about. So in real time, that is sheet music from my ASDF movie 8 piano arrangement. See? And okay, YouTube, thanks for not working for me. Well, I'm glad this channel's running. So basically, all you have to do, oh, here we are. And see, there's my Twitter icon working. If we go to about, most people don't have the proper of what they're looking for, at least on YouTube. Also, I wish they would just update YouTube to currently have everything working properly. So it's usually you either will have HTTPS or it's weird, but this is basically the format you need to do. And in fact, why don't I right click, copy link address, copy it here, see what you have. So you have actually pretty much everything I'm seeing. Maybe it's the www dot. That's the only difference I'm seeing, but go ahead and try that out. I think that might be the main difference here. The only real difference I was seeing. So go ahead and try that out. That might fix it for you. It's just a little thing to keep in mind. Also, I know that you sell sheet music because I see it here. One thing you should always keep in mind is whatever you want people to be aware of, make sure that that is your biggest, selling point on your channel banner. That is something that you should make sure you're doing if you are at any size where you're interested in helping your viewers. So I think that is something you should definitely consider, maybe putting your sheet music, or because again, the first thing I see when I check out your channel is advanced piano covers. Well, buy covers here or learn more about my advanced covers would be amazing follow through right here. Looking here, I notice a very clear theme immediately. Wow, yeah, that should be my first link. Forgot to put my sheet music link there. Good idea. See? Providing values. So I like the advanced piano covers here, but this is a playlist, I'm pretty sure. One thing you need to do, and make sure you're doing this, is that playlist descriptions matter. That is similar to what YouTube videos do. Playlist descriptions, whenever you search, show keywords. That is how people find your content. So you should immediately add something here. Just say, so you have advanced piano covers. So a song scout does advanced piano covers from some of his favorite artists and songs. And this is where you can mention, you did Taylor Swift, Coco, Ed Sheeran, Drake, La La Land, which I know La La Land is one of your biggest sellers. So maybe you put that at the forefront. But again, just something so when I click on this, I know what I can expect. Because again, this has already gotten you a decent amount of views. Imagine if you put a description which tells YouTube what's relevant for this playlist. So just keep that in mind. Going back to the main channel though, overall I like that. I just want to see a little bit description here. But again, remember Lovely Kid Japan, if you're still in the chat, I mentioned that having a playlist immediately to show them what you want them to watch is important. And then we see musical experimentations and explanations, which I like a lot. And you can see some views here. And then completely different than piano, we see the vlogs, we see other things, and then we see appearances on other channels, which is cool. By the way, huge fan of Jack's films, so it's very cool that you've been there. Gonna definitely check this stuff out. And again, these are all playlists that you can write descriptions for, and keep that in mind. And then a song says, wow, I did not know that playlist descriptions were a thing. Thanks, definitely. And then make sure, are these actually series playlists? Because a lot of people don't know this. But anytime you do a playlist on YouTube, there's something you should consider. Make sure that it is a series playlist. So for example, Andrew's Analysis here, which I have a description right here. Andrew's Analysis, where Andrew takes an in-depth look at different subjects ranging from film, travel, motivation, etc. If we hit edit, it'll take us back to old YouTube. But if we go to playlist settings, set as an official series playlist, which will then let YouTube know that this is the official playlist and that any video that a user watches, these videos are more likely to be suggested because you are telling YouTube that these are all related to your channel in a playlist that you curated. So make sure you have things in series playlist. I can't check that from here, but that's something to consider. Going back, again, I really like this. I think that you have a really clear style to a point where I can immediately, as a viewer, learn. The only thing I would be weary of is if I'm a new user and don't know this style, maybe find a way, because I mean, this is a really good thumbnail. So right off the bat, it's kind of hard to know what to suggest, but just a little something so I know this is you. Because again, as a new user, a lot of these, I've seen a lot of piano covers, so this is something to consider. Just maybe a little branding, because again, as someone who watches your channel, I know this is you, but remember, if I'm new, how do I know? So consider that. I also like this. I think this is a fun video idea. Asking who YouTube's favorite classical composer, asking YouTubers at VidCon. But again, another problem is I don't know and I can't see easily how this is you, except when I see your face, such as here, here, things of that matter. So that's really cool, but again, if I don't have clear branding as a viewer through search, how are you standing out? That's my main question. Overall, though, very, very good work. Going to your about just to check. Advanced piano. Oh, come on. Give me more details. Where's your love of piano come from? Where are all this information? People will care about them if you let them. You should write why you started the channel, what your channel is about here, because another fun fact, when it comes to channel, YouTube uses your about as your channel description. Again, similar to a video description. Looking at channel tags, you have none. You need to be putting what you identify your channel as. At very least, put your channel as a channel tag. So a song scout should be one, advanced piano tutorials, piano breakdowns, things like that. Whatever you cover should definitely be channel tags. And this is something I didn't do, but you do a lot right. So comparatively with Lovely Kid Japan, it's just making sure that you check the fine places, the really like fine-tuned places. So I'm being a little more critical here because I can be, because you already have a pretty successful channel and I can tell it works. It's just fine-tuning these things. All right, chat. I'm going to give this channel a grade. I will give this channel I would go ahead and give it an A-. A lot is done right. There's just a few things that can bring that up to an A. Overall, chat, let us know what you think. Do you think I'm being too harsh? Do you think I'm being too nice? Let us know. Very curious. And if you're watching in the live replay, of course, let us know, what do you rate this channel? Always curious. So, and Kate says, I need to check out that New Year's Day cover. Absolutely. Kate, I know I will do you a solid. Go ahead and link that in chat. There you go. Again, that's something you can do. And Kate, being a Taylor Swift fan, might now be a Song Scout fan. But Kate, real question. If you didn't know that this was a Song Scout and you didn't have this, could you tell me this is his video? Real question. The Mental Mastermind says, I'll give him an A for sure. So as we can see, people agree with my A rating so far. No one is contested. I'm watching his God's Plan video. See? Again, we have this. So a Song Scout says, wow, yeah, there are a lot of things I missed. Thank you for being critical. Tons of immediate fixes I can make. Based on that evaluation, I would give myself a B. Demi says A without a doubt. Nope, unless I really liked his hands. And see, Kate's proving my point to you. And this can go to anyone, not just a Song Scout. Make sure immediately, if you are building a fan base, that they can identify your content. Because unless you are the face of your channel, a logo goes a far way. I know that through your content on Song Scout, there's Drake. I see who you're covering, but I don't see you, and you matter. So let me know and show me that. Moving back to channel reviews, we are going to be doing this for a little bit more. So I see Legend of Trey 402 is asked for a channel review. So let's go ahead. and go ahead and find his channel. I may not be doing this correct. So immediately when I type in Legend of Trey 402, get your branding tattooed on the back of your hand, says Kate. I find that pretty funny. I don't know if I can definitely recommend that. A Song Staff says, I would definitely figure out a branding thing to put on my thumbnails. And Dimmy is supporting Kate. So one thing immediately I'm seeing here, Legend of Trey 402. I can't easily find your channel, but let me actually type it properly. So notice how I typed it in, because I might not be the only one who types it that way. The Legend of Trey 402, here we are, 126 subscribers. Also, this goes back to prove my point about the about here, and this goes to what I was telling a Song Scout. Your about shows up right here. So his about is, I'm just a gamer that plays games and has fun uploading videos for uploading. Again, in search, your about on your channel is your description for videos. Make sure you have filled it up. So now that we have found the channel, let's go ahead and check out Legend of Trey 402. The Mental Mastermind says, I'd love to have my channel to be reviewed if I have the time. Definitely added to the queue. So the first thing I notice here is that you have no channel trailer. I would recommend putting a video you are proud of as a channel trailer. Second, I know that your Twitter is Trey Rodriguez 18, but your YouTube is Legend of Trey. There's a little bit of confusion here on what the branding is. Do I need to be focusing on your Twitter? Am I focusing on your YouTube? Where do you want me? Because I have no idea. I see you've uploaded a video 3 hours ago, but there's no real easy way for me as a person to see all of your content. And then the content is pretty scattered, so it's a lot of what do you want me to specifically view, which is why I mentioned playlists, which is what a Song Scout did very well and what Lovely Kid Japan did. So make playlists so I know out of your content what I can focus on. Because as it is, I'm a little confused here. Now, if you put a Legend of Trey, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Rainbow Six, or even first-person shooters, RPGs, and more, something that lets me know what you're doing. Because as it is, and I'll ask chat, can you tell that this is a gaming channel just based on this banner? Because I can't easily tell. So that's something to keep in mind. I know you have an about, so I want to go ahead and check that out. So this isn't bad, but I'm just a gamer. Who is I'm? So I'm Andrew Can, and I'm reviewing channels. If that was a description, you'd immediately know what I'm up to and what I'm about, what I'm doing. As it is, I don't know who I'm is. I'm assuming it's Trey, but you know what they say about assuming, so keep that in mind. Overall, there's not a lot to look at here. I can see that you are a small creator, but keep in mind all of these things. Another piece of advice is I like when you highlight clips from the game, like here and here. But on these thumbnails, what makes you stand out? What brings you over the top? There's not a lot here. So it's hard for me, and this is again, very surface level, to see a clear connection between all the content. This isn't meant to be harsh, it's just being genuine. I don't want anyone to think that these channel reviews are a personal attack. It's just a general first viewing experience. Again, this is something I see all the time. Well, I'm working on it, or I'm not. I'll have it be better in the future. People's first impressions of your channel are going to be what they see, not what you have planned. So keep that in mind. Overall, Legend of Trey, if I was to give you a grade, I would probably I'll give you a D+. There's a lot of improvement that can be made here. It's not bad, but just keep in mind that there are a lot of things that you can do better. And once you do those betters, I'll gladly recheck it out. A Song Scout said, yeah, the banner should be something that can have some sort of slogan or logo that reference to the kind of content you make. Absolutely. So again, just keep that in mind. There's a lot to improve here, which means there's a lot to immediately boost this grade. Legend of Trey says, okay, I understand what you're saying. Again, this isn't a personal attack. It's just generally, I can't tell the focus of your channel. And as a viewer, it makes it very hard for me to understand what I should focus on. But let's say I see Overwatch here. Aaron loves Overwatch. But based on your channel banner, he'd have no idea you did Overwatch because there's nothing telling us what you do, and I had to scroll really far down to even see the Overwatch content. Jimmy says, and use playlist. All right, chat, let us know your grade, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up the mental mastermind. The mental mastermind. So I will say, immediately when I type your name in, I see your channel. Gamer alert, gamer alert. Again, there it is, the description there. I'd give a D as well. So, all right, here we have it. So right away, Injustice, recognizable to me anyway, as a gamer. I see I'm not bats, and then I see there's the social medias. You also have the same issue as Song Scout had, so make sure you try to fix that. Another thing to keep in mind is I like your logo, and I like that it's here. Are you only Injustice? Because I see Fortnite, I see other things. What you put here would make me believe that you're an Injustice only channel. So try to find a way to incorporate all the games you play and not just one thing. The Mental Mastermind said, I made that when I was 13, been meaning to change my description. Again, the Mental Mastermind, I said it earlier. I had no idea you've been meaning to change it. First impressions are everything, and all I saw was that. So what I said has weight. So, as we go through, Injustice 2 meets WWE. I like this idea. It's a mashup. But one thing to keep in mind is that this is a actual description of the video. Thanks for tuning in today, everyone. This doesn't tell me anything about the video we're watching, and here's why it's important. So let's type in Injustice 2 meets WWE, or let's just type in Injustice 2. This will be a better example. YouTube, in descriptions, highlight relevant keywords to your title keyword. Notice how Injustice 2 every time is bolded, that it's in the description. That's not random, that is on purpose. Because YouTube, when we go to the default search, and I showed this in the last live stream, is by relevance. So, you need to make sure that your title is referenced genuinely in your video description. So, thanks for tuning in to Injustice 2 meets WWE, everyone. In this video, I mash up Injustice 2 and WWE. Immediately, that describes the video. It tells me something, and for YouTube's algorithm, it gives them a reference point for relevancy. Otherwise, there's nothing here that tells YouTube that it's relevant. So keep that in mind. When it comes to uploads, I really like your channel logo, and that should be something that is on every thumbnail because it's good. But as it is, I can't tell that these are your uploads. I see the Mental Mastermind says, I was only Injustice 2 at one point. I recently started playing other games. I'll change my banner to my most played games. Again, going back, I only have what I see. And remember, you might alienate people, because what if Injustice 2 isn't my game? And immediately I'm like, oh, there's nothing here for me. But if I only look down, I'd know there's Fortnite, there's other games. But as I see it, as a new viewer, all I see is this. Again, really like your logo. Just make sure you incorporate it. I noticed that you have playlists as well, but there are no descriptions to let me know why I should watch it. I honestly didn't know that. I'll start doing that in my descriptions. Again, there's always a lot to learn. And I say this personally. I'm learning new things about YouTube every day. What YouTube was in 2012 is not what it's going to be in 2020 or 2018. YouTube is an ever-growing platform. It is a living, breathing algorithm. So keep that in mind. It is always good to learn and know new things. Now, as we go through, again, a lot of the same critiques fall here, so I'm just going to kind of move forward. I have no easy branding. I do see playlists, but there's no description here. I'm not sure if these are series playlists, so I'm not sure why I should watch them. Even though the banner is old, it doesn't contain all the games he plays. I still kind of like it. Again, it's not bad. I never said this was bad. I'm just saying it doesn't tell me what it does, what he's about. So as we go through, you told me that you made this when you were 13, but again, it's one of the first things people see. So make sure that this is descriptive of your channel and your channel's meaning. It's important. Overall, we're going to give a grade. So I would give this, I'll give this a solid C. I think a C is a pretty fair grade. There's a lot to be improved on. You're doing a lot right, just some minor things. Overall, really happy of what I've been seeing. Mental Mastermind says, I will work on my playlist subscriptions tonight. Didn't know they existed until today. Again, keep up with everything you are doing. It's important. So back here, I gave him a C. Let me know in the comments, what grade do you give? Definitely much room for improvement, but I'm glad he didn't do typical MLG madness, says Aaron. Very important. Very good note too. All right, final call for channel reviews to everyone out there. While we're going through, I want to show a little bit of the practices I keep on my own channel. So we know right here, I mentioned my channel earlier. So immediately when you look at my channel, the first thing you'll see is film travel motivation. They at least know the type of content I'm creating. They know that it is me, and they also know they may have seen me on my gaming channel or TubeBuddy, and I make sure to reference that here. Why? Because they think they may have seen me before, and I hear that a lot in my comments, which is, I've heard your voice before, I've seen you somewhere before. So this is why I did that, to make sure people know. The first thing I did, and I do, for my new visitors, because this is the question I get asked the most, is how did I get verified on YouTube? So I show that to answer that question in case they come over and immediately want to know. Second, and these are for people to subscribe, this is a video that shows why I did YouTube, and it's probably one of my most proud videos. So you notice on my thumbnail design, what I do when I travel is I have the AK here, which Aaron helped design. So immediately you know if I'm not in the thumbnail, you can at least say, oh. And as you can see the AK there, I need to actually, Aaron, this is something we can do. We can rework. But see, here's something I'm in real time. I'm not perfect. How can we easily show that these are my films? Obviously, if I'm in it, it's pretty clear. But what if I'm not? Like here, and technically I'm in it, but you have Andrew Can here. But how can we make it more clear? That's something I'm always working on. For my analysis series, you can see Andrew Can. I'm always in the thumbnail for whatever we're talking about. So that's how you can immediately recognize it's me. Notice how in all of this, Andrew Can travels all over. Join Andrew Can on Andrew's Adventures. Again, Andrew Can, Andrew's Adventures, going back to relevancy, making sure that YouTube knows it's all relevant. So this is kind of just my thought process through it. I have descriptions for all of these except uploads, which is the default, but I'm actually going to be revamping this to put Andrew Can's most recent uploads. That way, people know my most recent videos. And then I have my Andrew Can series. I might actually move this a little bit lower, maybe at the bottom. And in fact, I'll do this in real time. The reason why is if I want people to check out my content, I might want them to check out this first. And I will actually make sure that my short films are higher because this is the thing I'm most proud of. So keep in mind all of this stuff. So my series is now here. I actually I always, I'm a little always confused on where to put it because it's an important thing. And if people want to see all the content I've done, keep them in playlist. They can do it here, but it's something to keep in mind. So again, I'm not perfect. I never claim to be. It's important to note that you can always learn and grow on this platform. And that's part of the amazing brilliance of YouTube. That's why I love it. It's why I enjoy doing these live streams. It's why I enjoy sharing things with you. And it's why I enjoy being able to create content. I have new content coming out really soon. I have a video with Owen Video where I interview him. If you're unaware, I have a speaking engagement for the first time. I was asked to be a speaker at an event in Dallas for VidPow, and I'm really excited about that. But YouTube is a learning thing. It is a growing thing. So everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to check out this live stream. I hope you learned things either through the comment moderation, through the channel reviews. It's been a lot of fun for me. Aaron, thank you so much for just moderating and helping me throughout this experience. Thank you for doing most of the art on my channel and helping me kind of that. I always look for help. Being a director has taught me you are never weaker for needing help or asking for knowledge from someone more than you. I have a lot of people. Yuli says, giving me the woo. Cheerio, folks. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Dimmy. Thanks, Mental Mastermind. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, A Song Scout. Thank you, Lovely Kid Japan. Thank you, everyone who has stopped by. Thank you, G-Star. Thank you, Ike. I appreciate each and every one of you. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this video. And most importantly, I hope you have a great day. Remember, I'm Andrew Can, and if I can, you can too.